Hey everyone, I have missed you all so much and I'm sorry that I've taken so long to post, but yesterday I took the LSAT for a second time and it had just taken up so much of my time and energy that I wasn't able to get around to filming new stuff or editing some of the videos I still have. So I do apologize for that, but I'm back now and I wanted to tell you a little bit about the LSAT and how I was taking it for a second time. The LSAT is the test that you take to be able to apply into law school, and it tests you basically on logic and how well you read and whatnot. Well, the reason I took it again was because I scored below average in my first test. I scored a 147 and average is actually 150. I didn't get into any of the law schools I applied to last year, so I knew that I had to change up my strategy. This time around, I just took tests. I took tests and I was really frustrated in the beginning because I wasn't scoring any better than I did the first time around. And I was this close to withdrawing from the September test, but I decided to switch up how I was studying. And I think the issue was that I wasn't reviewing my test that much, so I would kind of skim through things, but I wasn't understanding why I was getting it wrong. And once I did that transition of correcting questions, it kind of clicked and I was scoring not a lot higher, but higher than my original test score. And so I'm excited because I feel like I did better than last time for sure. Last year's test was just so disorganized for me. It was my first time and I was still a full-time student, still working, still dealing with family stuff. And I feel like in between then and now, I've matured and I've learned how to balance things out. Now I'm working full-time and I'm just not stressed out like I was last year. I feel like this time around I realized it's just a test. Yes, it's a huge portion of my application, but at the end of the day, now that the test is over, it's over. There's nothing I can do. It's not gonna be the end of me. When I walked into the wrong room, so I was already like, God help me, please. So I walked in and it was it was broken down by alphabetical order. So I think that the two rooms that had, I think, A through G were next to each other, but those were split in half as well. So I walked into the wrong one and I noticed this really cute guy had a bag. For the LSAT, you're only allowed to walk in with like a gallon Ziploc bag and you can put your snacks in there and stuff. As long as it's allowed and it fits in there, you can bring it. And he had like 5 packs of Gushers and I was like, damn, he's a genius, because you know you're taking this test and if you start getting sleepy or whatever during the break, you just eat those and it'll probably wake you up and give you the energy you need to pump through the last hour and a half. But it was just really funny. And so then I walked over to the other room and that was mine, and all the proctors were really, really nice. He asked before the test started, he's like, okay, last chance, does anyone have to go to the restroom? I kid you not, there was like 30 of us in that small room, and half the class got up and went and used the restroom, and that was just really kind. It was little things like that I feel like helped out everyone in the test. And I remember walking in, and last year I felt like, oh, I'm competing with all these people, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't think it's a competition. I walked in, I'm like, God, please help all of us. Please let us all do well and let us all get into good schools or one of the schools of our choice. After the test, I called up my friend Anna because I had driven out really far, close to Berkeley, and so we were able to hang out and celebrate. We bought bottomless mimosas and we went for chicken and waffles, and it was fun. And then after, we watched The Hitman's Bodyguard, so it was nice to kind of let go and, you know, celebrate that test that I've worked so hard for is over. I don't plan to take it again. You know, it is what it is. I feel like I did well, and I hope I did. I won't know for another month. And yeah, right now, tomorrow I'll start looking over my essays again, and I already have my letters of rec put together. So Now it's just a matter of submitting those applications. And please let me know if any of you are interested in taking the LSAT or interested in taking a practice one. I still have 3 tests, and I would be more than glad to mail them over to one of you, or I could split them into 3 separate ones. But basically I have a practice test, the score, the answer key, so you can grade it yourself, and then like the little sheet where you can bubble in your test scores. Anything I can do to help any of you, please let me know. So yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below.